I took a ride with you. We saw the sky so blue. I saw your eyes see mine. Left all the world behind. Into the world we go. Into the great unknown. Into a time right then. And there's no thinking when. You took a chance on me. You saw the friend I'd be. You saw my eyes see yours. Right on the sandy shores. Thank you so much for listening. This was an extremely shortened version of this song called I Took a Ride. And if you imagine the song, if you imagine it capturing a scene where I took a ride with maybe my best friend, maybe my dog, who used to be afraid of taking a ride in the car. I took a ride with you. I saw the sky so blue. I saw your eyes see mine. Left all the world behind. If you can imagine taking a ride with your best friend, with yourself, where you were seeing the sky, whether it was cloudy and overcast, whether it was clear and blue, whether it was drizzly and gray. If you can imagine taking a ride and leaving the world behind and just being where you are, no matter where you're at, even in transit. I used to work at a company whose slogan, whose motto for 1 year was "Be Here Now." Be Here Now was a catchphrase by, I think, Ram Dass. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not really sure. Probably got it wrong. If you know who I'm talking about, please leave the information in the comments. But either way, this pioneer who captured that phrase also pioneered several thought processes, such as healing the mind through natural medicines, plant medicines. And this concurrent discussion that I'm having with you is kind of like what he described in the form of knowledge transforming a landscape. I was going to say transmuting, but I don't know that that's the appropriate word. But either way, I'm transcribing those thoughts into music in a scenario where hopefully I can be in multiple places at once. For an example, right now I'm obviously here, but I'm really not here because this is a video that you're watching after the fact. And so I'm somewhere else transcribing the energy that I've received into a story that I'm trying to tell in a way that is slowly but surely gathering the viewers that would be required if this was my daily job. If this was my daily job, I would want feedback. I would want feedback that was able to coerce me, to mold me, and to correct my course if I was doing a very terrible job at what I'm doing. So if you like what you're seeing, please click on the thumbs up. If you don't like what you're seeing, definitely click on the thumbs down. I hope that you also are able to enter some constructive criticism in the comments area. More than that, though, if you have some ideas that were transmitted by this video, I hope that you start your own channel, whether it's virtual or in real life. I find myself more often talking with people in real life, in groups, and in real life, I continue to have the same situations where we're able to probe these really challenging conversations about the climate challenges that we're having, about the environmental situations that we're experiencing. And so if you are watching this journey, I hope that you're subscribing to the channel for the wildlife content that you're seeing, and in some cases not seeing. And I hope that this journey, as it's being presented, makes sense as the educational tool that it currently seems to be. I've talked with many master naturalists who are very well versed in what chapter they're in. They're well versed in all of the recreational activities that they can participate in, but they're not as well versed in being in these scenarios in a way where they feel the reverence. Like, for an example, driving throughout this park, there are speed limits. The speed limits are mostly there because we're driving through the house of wildlife. And the less we see of the wildlife, the less people pay attention to speed limit signs. And so the less people pay attention to the speed limit signs, the more likely they are, master naturalists included, to strike and kill wildlife that flies out in front of them, runs out in front of them, slithers out in front of them, and so on and so forth. And I'm not immune to these oversights. I'm just a little bit more aware more often that as I'm going the speed limit and people are nudging me along to go faster, that there is no way that those people can even avoid striking me if I had to stop suddenly if something were to run in front of my car. So these thoughts that I present here are a release of the anxiety that I've experienced, but they're a release in a way that's constructive. This is an educational learning tool. If you're watching this video, you're absolutely learning things. If you're watching any video, you're learning something. The thing is that what we consume oftentimes is demonstrated in the health that we're able to reflect back with one another. So health is wealth. I hope that you're getting that message out of this channel, and I hope that your health is multiplied exponentially in positive directions. So until next time, thanks so much for watching. Peace, love, and all that old school stuff.